Yeah. So welcome. Let's try off DEATHGRIP demo. The newly released and an alpha demo build. So settings menu, you can do some. Looks like you can remap. Nice. Settings, you have full screen, borderless full screen, or windowed mode. Some different options. I'm not gonna mess with super ultra wide. It's an alpha. Better go with 16:9, the default. Gonna keep VSync on. My MSI afterburner up. Gameplay, basic stuff. There's no real optimization here going. You know what, let's turn it down to computer, right? To hopefully get 117 or 120 stable frames going. No, I don't like bloom, depth of field, motion blur. Might be good, you know, have this one for a racing game. Maybe I'll turn it. We'll see. Right now in the menu, this is another thing that I don't like about modern games. It's pretty much maxing out my CPU or my computer. My RTX 3070 is like running at 80%, and that's just because, you know, it reached its frame rate cap. Otherwise, if you have VSync off, I'm assuming this game will just take off. Use all your GPU uses, you know, available even in the menu. Stupid. Menus should not be, you know, computer intensive. There's just no point for that. Uses very little VRAM in the menu. You know, that's nice, and quite a bit of a CPU usage. So this is running in 1440p, Ryzen 5600X, and an RTX 3070 8GB GPU with 32 gigs of DDR4 3600. Memory wise, like my system and everything is just using the 6 GB. Oh, that's low. But alright, let's get in to see happening. Let's just go with defaults, right? Don't know. Okay, we have a loadout. This is a time trial, alright. Need to take my... Alright, custom preset. You know what, I'm gonna mess with this. So we have weapons, primary, secondary, and defense. Maybe up to 3 abilities. 2 weapons and 1 ability thing there. You know what? I'm gonna use a controller for this. Obviously, I feel that's best for a game like this. This is also a bug. It was when I go into the options, it keeps changing to my monitor's default resolution instead of my picked resolution. It's really annoying, but it's an early alpha. But don't release demos too early. This is a minor, very minor thing. It's not gonna be a big thing, but it's just clearly like if you have a windowed mode in your alpha demo build, obviously you must have tried changing its resolution and going in and out of the option. It should be fairly easy to spot this, right? This like popped up straight into my face immediately as a bug, so it's not like I'm not gonna hold it against the game, but it is annoying, really annoying, that every time I go into the settings I have to go into the video menu here and change back to my correct window resolution. But I wanted to go here, so thrust, air brake. Okay, so gas brake, left and right, boost, a drift button. You know what? I'm gonna change boost. Wait a minute. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's boost, and that's yeah, should be fine. Roll left? Oh wait, I might want to change that. After pitch up, pitch down. Repairs. Look back, fucker. Right stick up. Oh. Down. Okay. Cycle target. Go to here. Wow. This is kind of something with like, if this is a fast-paced kind of wipeout game, when you have too much things, it can take away from just a solid, good racing experience. A little bit of a worried about that. I'm gonna have to just quickly do... Yeah, exactly. Right trackpad is a joystick. Yo, I have to change that. I also have to change this. Yeah, we want it to be 4-way and not require click. I think I want to change some things here also quickly. Yeah, I think I want this to be left bumper and this to be right bumper. Here we go. Sorry for the delay. Back in here. Let me get my overlay up. This is interesting. So my GPU okay, here my GPU utilization is 80%. I'm guessing it renders this fully 3D background. I really wish they would have just made it a static 2D image instead. I really don't like menus using just a tank in your GPU or CPU. Because here we can see this is more of a 2D background with like a 3D map. My GPU utilization is down to 21%. Load out. Let's just go default. See what's gonna happen here. No tutorial or anything, no. Low audio. Yeah, audio is pretty low. Oh, this is probably... Yeah. Change my resolution again. Like, how can you not... It's just such a minor bug annoyance. How did this... Alright, wow. Couldn't use my gamepad even there. What was this? Audio. Like, why? How can something like that not be spot immediately? It should be super simple to do. Don't put out demos too early. I'm afraid there's might be even more worse bugs. I'm gonna just do that. Audio's gonna be. And sure, why not? Oh, whoa, oh no. Oh, that is... Cannot disable that, right? I don't want to go into the settings. Oh, this wobbly is kind of motion sick inducing to me. Oh, wow. Ooh. I can't drive my weapons here, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing this game without any... Oh my god, motion sections like fixes. So every time you use it, it kind of wobbles the entire screen and tilts. Performance-wise, it is good. It's again, it's running just as good as it did in the menu. I get the stable 120 frames and GPU utilization is around 80%. So that's again, it's just showcase that it's like the rendering. It's like rendering like a full 3D kind of scene there. Break did not break. That is a bad break. That is a bad break. What is boost? That's boost. Oh god. Visually it looks alright. Like when are you supposed to use drift? This is not a good introduction course. Hey, that's... How does the drift work? It seems like the basic, without all the shooting and everything, it could have been pretty basic, but I need an introduction. I don't know. Very low HP. I don't understand like you have drift, right? You also have this kind of tilting mechanic plus turning. So I don't know how to like utilize this. What? What? Oh god, yeah. Like this is an alpha, but no, this is not ready. This should not be put out as a demo. Don't put out demos like this. Demo is supposed to showcase more of like the finished product or, you know, more of a solid experience. This is my opinion, but I'm coming from, you know, the 90s when demos was released to showcase the game. They wasn't there for end because, you know, you could get demos on CDs because you couldn't download, you didn't have quick access to, you know, demos in other ways. So for people to be able to try games beforehand, you know, they shipped out demos on CDs and in magazines, stuff like that, and that was, you know, it pretty much launched right at the time of the release or just before, and like, oh look, here's a little bit of piece of our games. If you like it, you can buy it right now. Obviously, over the years it has changed, but I still think that it needs to be really solid because the first impression is the most important impression. This is not putting out the really good, like graphically it's alright. It's a little like bland looking, this one. Can I change the track? Like it's everything looks the same, so I couldn't really memorize like turns and things. It just looks the same. Like until I got like the lap thing, I was actually wondering, oh, how many laps have I done? Because it just looks the same. There we go. Yeah, and when you have all of these intricate, like advanced controls, you know, steer left, steer right, you have like an air roll thing left, right, or like roll there, and you have up and down air controls, and you then have boost and drift. I prefer games that more like have the drifting being down to like braking, and then maybe the air right left roll thing to initiate the drift here. Because right now I'm not certain why would I want to have the drift. What's the purpose here? But that's what the tutorial should showcase. And then you have two weapons, one ability and a alt fire that you can switch. And to use the switch to alt fire, you're gonna have to let go of your steering, which just is terrible thing in the racing game. I'm very much on the fence for these games. I think it's released again. The demo is not gonna be a good thing to showcase. If you think it looks interesting, I think it might be better to hold off, try in the future. Performance is alright, so I'm gonna remove the stats there. Yeah, this looks more interesting graphically wise. We need also options to... Oh, it was... For this can be very motion inducing when it kinda rolls the entire image. Okay, the track here, it's kind of confusing at what's the track and what's not the track. Where am I really supposed to go? Right? I think I would like more of a maybe color palette, or like more of a defined, this is the track, this is the course. Yeah, and this, just like the other one, that it pretty much just has like very little differentiating things like colors and track wise, so it's hard to memorize the track layout because it just blends together too much. Now, like the curves and the different part of the tracks, it doesn't stick out, so for me to memorize the turns would be quite difficult, or memorizing the track. Again, I don't know how they want me to utilize these controls. I'm just driving without any controls, and I don't know like what purpose does the other one have? What... I'm trying to figure out, but I don't see... Does this make me turn sharper or not? Alright, music-wise. The graphic is fine, it's just the color palette, or like the some kind of thing to highlight what the kind of like the track part, and like track where the track is have some kind of default path. And again, I don't know when I would like, when should I drift? Why do you have the drift? Whoa, like I need a tutorial. Like right now I don't see any part that's beneficial to that. So I'm not certain why I wanna drift. Is that a good rank or is that a bad rank? If that's a good rank and I didn't really use any of the... Didn't use any boost, I didn't use any like the... yeah, I didn't really use anything more than turn left and right. New rank. So that's bad? Yes. I don't care about online ranking right now, okay. So this is bad. So good placement is 155. My placement is really terrible, okay. But there's not... Can you give me like some kind of tutorial? Because again, I don't know anything about what kinda like what's the purpose of the drift and what's the purpose of the air air turn left and right. It's just really leaving the player there to figure out everything by itself here. Then with all of the weapons, yeah, I think it's not gonna. I think it's too advanced for it to appeal to a larger audience. They could have slimmed it down. They could have turned off either the left and right air turning, or they could have removed the drifting. Either of them could have been removed and have only one weapon and like one maybe passive ability. That would have been probably more streamlined and gonna offer more interesting fun for everyone to get into. I feel it's a little bit too much of everything. What? Okay, can I? Okay, there we go. Can I? Oh, what's happening here? Something's weird. Come on. What? This menu is not good. It's not working great here. Can I use these guns in time trial? Because I would like to try to see just how it could work. Can I change eraser? Yeah, I can. It's just the menu is like to go down here and select something. I have to press diagonally down right. Should have been discovered in the testing pretty early on. Really weird. It keeps getting... So you have this one, acceleration, top speed, and then you have this is the easy mode ship. All right. Yeah. I think this probably is way too early, and for me it feels that they have added too much fluff to the game. It's not going to enhance my experience. It's not a game for me, at least. If it would have been streamlined, maybe, the graphical needs improve the track layout, like so you know clear where to go, and you need to differentiate so you can like memorize, oh, this is this turn by just the graphical and stuff like that. It just looks all the same to me. Left, right, left, right. Okay, at what part of the map am I? It doesn't stick out any different parts of the track. Definitely some kind of tutorial tell you how you're supposed to, like, in some way drive, I guess. And is the drifting being applied by tapping or holding? Get demolished so easy. I'm sure this is going to be very enjoyable to, you know, maybe quite a few players, because there are players that do really like, you know, more. This seems to be more often, you know, advanced driving thing. So Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's too much to just get into and having fun. When I have to by myself just even get down like the basic thing about the controls, like, did I drift here? Maybe, was that faster? Or is it faster to just brake and air turn? I think they could have removed either one of those to streamline it. Again, I don't think we need 2 weapons and alt fire. Yeah, that was... I don't really feel that I can... Okay, I didn't make that. I thought... What? Yeah? Let's restart and try. So let's skip the drift for this one and just go for air left and right. Air roll left and right. This and this one, and see how that's gonna go here. And boost a push or a hold thing here. It might be a hold. It like this is definitely turned into drift, and I only use the air left and right. You know, this one. This puts me into drift. So why do we have to have a drift button? What is the purpose of the drift? You need to tell me this in a tutorial. Because right now, I think that take the freaking drift and just toss this the hell out of there. Or remove these buttons, because really these buttons give the same thing. What is the purpose? I don't understand. This is not a good impression. That is, I don't feel this should be released yet. This is not gonna leave me with like, oh wow, I want more of this. I'm just confused. Brake is shit. Doesn't do anything, and when you get the respawn, you get this turbo boost, which is terrible because as I previously got stunned locked straight into wall. I don't know if you really want to use the brake. It seems pretty bad. Like letting go of the gas is pretty much, for the throttle, pretty much the same as just braking. Very confusing. I don't understand the decision between this control layout. I think they just went with something that's too advanced for its own good. There a repair? Oh, there we go. So I'm not using any drifting here, so if you see me getting into drift, it's just because I'm using the kind of air turning. I'm not gonna use the brake either much. I'm just gonna let off the gas to see how that goes. I'm trying to give this my absolutely best. I'm trying to learn this, but I find it very, you know, difficult when you don't have anything really telling you anything about nothing. We just dropped in straight here, so again, this I think everything looks way too much the same, so I don't really know what part of the map I am. Like there I got to turn into drift without using the drift button, so don't see the purpose of it. Again, this kind of turned me into drifting again. Like the Wipeout game and the F-Zero games does it so much better. When you can use, and you can also use this to like counter steer and good. And what's this? Redout also does it really good, because there you can also like use it to turn and counter steer. It just works in such a better way. Even though Redout has, I would say, advanced controls for sure, and it is a hard game, but they make more sense and have just it. Yeah, here I'm not getting the full sense of this. So that was full brake there. You don't, like, it's not useful. It's not usable, the brake. Like full brake. There we go. Let's try this again. So let's get speed up. We have speed, right? And no gas. Pretty much the same. It's a very little difference. Is it like 20% different if you just let off the gas or if you use the brake? Yeah, I got shit rank. Got shit. Let's do one more of the other track. Yeah, I will not follow this. I will not wishlist this. This first impression is that it doesn't impress me. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't. There's nothing here that piques my interest, for me personally, from this game and this alpha. If it would have been more polished, it might have been a different thing. Maybe. But this alpha, nope. Nothing that impresses me and sticks out as really piquing my interest. Not the graphic, it is alright. Not the track layouts, it might be fine, but it again looks to be too much the same. Not the controls. Don't know about the weapons, maybe. The audio is fine and everything, but it's nothing that sticks out. So there's nothing that piques me in this. With how this demo is, you know, being put out, so... You can definitely go for it, try it yourself, but if you think it could be fun, it might be worth to wait for a more updated demo to get, like, you know, a more of a solid experience. Or maybe the controls to you looks like they, you know, makes perfect sense, so definitely go for it. For me personally, you know, no. I don't see anything that really piques my interest here. With something that, you know, maybe would have... Maybe some kind of tutorial or something, maybe for me to like... Oh, okay, that's how it can be used. Maybe it would have been different, I don't know. Maybe with different graphics to highlight the tracks, so I could have been... more clear for me how to memorize map layout, do it. This is definitely better than the other track when it comes to memorization, graphical difference here, but it's still very bland looking. Everything just blends together. I definitely would like to have an explanation for the drift, but what's here? That was a wall apparently. What's the purpose of the drift button? I feel you don't need that to have it. To have this working. I definitely don't think you need 2 weapons all and 1 alt mode and like a defense or passive ability there. Not passive, but an extra ability. Keep it to 2. Because the most important thing is that you don't want to ever let go of your, in a racing game, your controls for gas, brake and steering. But to switch to the alt fire, you are going to have to do just that. Just is not good. Okay, so the boost is a hold thing and it charges up over time. I'm guessing the repair thing is the same. I'm slowly getting into, you know, a little bit of the controls. Rank 99. Alright, okay. Let's restart. Final go before I stop here. Alright, so I don't think I want to use the drift. I don't understand how that works, how it's kicking in or how the usability really. Let's focus on trying to boost more and to just utilize the arrow left right thing with the normal steer left right and see what we can get for this one. Right, so what? Don't know if you can get a boost start by, you know, different placements. This part. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on a different path this time around. Oh, that's not good. I think the repair is also a passive rechargeable thing. Use the boost to get out of the corner there. Like when you just get like the basic this racing, it can definitely have something here. If the track were more like sticking out more so I could memorize it better, it could be. But since I know there are like a drift there and this like multiple weapons, it leaves me as like, how is this really going to pan out? Oh shit. Okay, so if you boost too much you will get into like an overheat that you need to repair. Alright, yeah. I don't mind that, that's good. Do you need to like be careful so you don't overuse your boost? Definitely like that. That ramp could be faster or slower, I don't know. Pretty short track here. Woo! Yeah. With better tracks, it would have been definitely oomph up to the game also. Let's see, what rank did we get here? 79, okay. And I still didn't even place third. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get better timing here. Apparently I can get this track done 1 minute better? Is this... I'm guessing this is like the basic times, right? So on my second lap I should have been... well, before my second lap I should have been finished to have a shot. And again, without any tutorial, it just seems impossible for me to even get to third place, because I did boost a lot this time around, a lot. Didn't brake more than letting go of the gas in one curve. Otherwise it was flat out full throttle, you know, boosting it pretty much as much as possible, and I still could not get it. So I don't know if you have to use the drift somehow to get better. I don't know if there's a shortcut that you have to get better, because the track are just so bland. So the impression here is that it doesn't leave any good impression to me. Like I don't get anything of this. I'd much rather put time into Redout. It has very gorgeous looking tracks. It has track that has sharp things, so you know what the track is and you can memorize it. It had advanced controls, but they make more sense and stuff like that. So if I were to go for anything, you know, advanced like this, I would much rather go for Redout. I don't see what this brings to the table to me in any kind of way. And it's an early alpha demo build, but then again, maybe it should not have been put out. Maybe it is too early. It's, yeah, you know. Then the small little buggy thing here. Yeah, I did try it. I gave it my best in every kind of way here, but to me, you know, I need to wait. If there's a review that comes, you know, when it's released and like, oh, this is awesome, and there's a demo available to try, maybe I would revisit. But in this time, and with this demo and these impressions, I would just say, why? What's the point? There are many games that are just so much better, so much more polished, offers so much more of everything. Again, Redout, you know, you have a lot of the wipers here, so you can get into the F-Zero for like the GameCube and everything. Like it just, there's so many out there, and what does this bring to the table? I don't see anything that impresses me. But you can try for it yourself, or you can wait if you're interested, but you know, wait for a more polished demo. Thanks for watching. You know, you can leave a thumbs down if you don't agree, obviously. You know, you can thumbs up if you like. You can leave a comment about how I got every single thing wrong about driving, and that should be you know, fairly self-explanatory, or that you think that the tracks are really well, they isn't bland at all. It's very super clear exactly what the track is, you know. You feel like nothing else, you know. Just have a great day till next time, and stay tuned for more Let's Tries and Let's Plays on this channel. So yeah, bye for now.